Welcome to Chem series. Now we are gonna continue chemical kinetics part 4. Here second order reaction will be discussed. In second order reaction, the rate of the reaction depends on the second power of concentration of single reactant or to first powers of the concentration of two reactants. That is, take this reaction for instance. That is, it gives product. Here, the rate of the reaction depends on the second power of concentration of the single reactant. Okay, we have a single reactant here, right? So, rate is directly proportional to concentration of the reactant A power 2. Okay, the second power of concentration of single reactant. And it can be written as rate is equal to K into concentration of the reactant A power 2. And what is K? It is the proportionality constant, or it is also called as rate constant. So coming to the second definition, that is the rate of the reaction depends on first powers of the concentration of two reactants. For that, take this reaction, that is A plus B, it gives product. Here, the rate is directly proportional to, there are two reactants, okay, directly proportional to A reactant and B reactant, and their powers are 1. So 1 plus 1 will be 2, right? The overall order of the reaction is 2. So it is a second order reaction. And the rate can be written as rate is equal to K into A into B. So up to this it is clear, right? It gives product. For this reaction we have written rate is equal to K into A power 2. So let's see the derivations of second order reaction, so that from that derivation we can able to calculate rate constant or time or even initial concentration or concentration at any time. Okay. And rate can also be written for the disappearance of the reactant, right? That is, the rate is equal to minus dA by dt. This we have already seen. So rate can also be written for the disappearance of reactant A, that is minus dA by dt. So minus dA by dt is also equals to K A power 2. Okay, we are equating these two equations. So now bring all the concentration of the reactants to one side, that is minus dA by A square, that is equal to K dt. Okay, now you just take this A square to the numerator so that it will be easy for us to integrate. You know, right, in zero order reaction we integrated after this step. And even in first order reaction we have integrated. So in second order reaction also we have to integrate, right, to obtain our final derivation. So what we are doing is bringing this A square to the numerator so that it will be easy for us for integrating. Minus A power minus 2 dA, that is equal to K dt. Now integrating this equation. Integrating this equation from time 0 to time t. Okay, so that the concentration of the reactants, the lower limit will be initial concentration, that is A naught, to concentration of the reactant at time t, that is A. Okay, and for dt we are integrating from 0 to t. Now while integrating, I think you have come across this integration formula, that is x power n. We are when we are integrating x power n dx, it is x power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. In the place of x we have the reactant concentration A. Okay, so A power minus 2 will be A power minus 2 plus 1 divided by minus 2 plus 1. Minus 2 plus 1 will become minus 1, right? So A power minus 1 divided by minus 1, and your upper limit is concentration of the reactant A at time t, and lower limit is the initial concentration A naught, that is equal to, on integrating dt we get t. The upper limit is t and the lower limit is 0. So we have to subtract from upper limit minus lower limit, right? So upper limit is a and lower limit is a naught. And you get a power minus 1 minus a naught power minus 1. This minus will be nullified, okay? That is equal to kt. T minus 0 will be t. So now you just take this a power minus 1 and a naught power minus 1 to the denominator so that it becomes 1 by a minus 1 by a naught, that is equal to kt. And what is this equation? This is the integrated rate law equation for second order reaction. Okay. Now let us see the half-life of second order reaction. What is half-life? It is the time required to decrease the amount of a given reactant by 1/2. That is, if you have 100 moles of a reactant and you have to convert it to 50 moles, and the time required for that conversion will be the half-life, T half. Okay. So this is the integrated rate law equation, right, for the second order reaction. Take this equation and substitute T by T half and A, the reactant concentration, by A naught by 2. Why A naught by 2? Because it is a half-life. Then that means 50% of the initial concentration of the amount of initial concentration will be A naught by 2 will be your A. For that only we are substituting it. So we get 1 by A naught by 2 minus 1 by A naught, that is equal to k T half. So we get 1 by A naught, that is equal to k T half. We need the half-life, right, T half. So bring T half over that side and A naught to the other side. And you get T half is equal to 1 by k A naught. This is your half-life for the second order reaction. And you see, half-life is inversely proportional to the initial concentration. Okay. And you already know that the half-life of the zero order reaction is directly proportional to the initial concentration, and the half-life of the first order reaction does not depend on the initial concentration, but for second order reaction the half-life is inversely proportional to your initial concentration. So all these relations you have to remember, because at any time of problem solving it can be useful for you. Okay. Let us see the graph of second order reaction. This is the integrated rate law equation for the second order reaction, right? 1 by A minus 1 by A naught, that is equal to KT. Rearrange this equation so that it will be like 1 by A, that is equal to KT plus 1 by A naught. Bring this minus 1 by A naught to the other side. Okay. Now you should have guessed what should be the graph format for this equation, because in zero order reaction video, I guess part 2, we have already discussed the 4 types of graph. And for the first order reaction and zero order reaction, the graph format is y is equal to c minus mx. And here in second order reaction, it is y is equal to mx plus c. On your y-axis, you have 1 by a, and k will be the slope, and on your x-axis, time axis will be there, and 1 by a naught is the intercept. So this is the graph format of y is equal to mx plus c. So when you substitute all these terms over this graph, you will get this. Okay, 1 by a on your y-axis and t on the x-axis, and slope as k, and 1 by a naught is the intercept. Okay, so this is the graph of second order reaction. So now let us recall what we have studied in second order reaction. First we have seen rate, right? A rate that is that depends on the initial concentration of the reactant, of a single reactant, power 2, or it is also depends on the 2 reactants, each of power 1. Okay, that is what it is written. Rate is equal to Ka power 2, or rate is equal to K into A into B. So from this and also from the rate of disappearance of the reactant, we have obtained this integrated rate law equation, that is 1 by A minus 1 by A naught, that is equal to KT. And how do we obtain this half-life of second order reaction? We have substituted T by T half and the concentration of the reactant at time T by A naught by 2. So we have obtained this half-life. And also from this integrated rate law equation, we obtain this graph format, that is y is equal to mx plus c. So in my next video, problems related to this topic will be discussed. Thank you for watching the video.